What is up, guys? Welcome back to the app. Welcome back to the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for finding it on YouTube. This channel is very small. I don't really promote it outside of YouTube at all unless it's on the EV Diet Coaching app. If you want to know what that app is, there's a link in the description. There's actually two links. I always say there's one. There's two links in the description below. And one is for Apple, one is for Android. And in those links are just links to download the app. And on the app, you'll find all of these videos, a whole library for I think we go back 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. And as of the last year, we've been updating 2 videos every single week, never missed a week. We have videos every Tuesday and videos every Friday. Talking about all different really cool and unique topics regarding fitness and health. And these are usually videos between shortest videos, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, all the way up to, I think the longest is like 15 minutes, but with a lot of good data and information for you to just soak in and to use each day to help you see better results. And one thing that I like to do is just to give you guys the facts, give you guys the science behind the methods that I like, and dispel any untruths in the fitness industry that could possibly take you away from reaching your goals. But today's video is going to be about well-rounded shoulders. How do you get well-rounded shoulders? And as most of these videos they are inspired by something during the week that got me thinking about it. Today's workout was shoulder day, and I got to thinking, what builds your shoulders rounded and symmetrical, and what gives you the best look, both men and women, because we have the same muscles in our shoulders and we build those muscles the same way, regardless if you're male or female. One thing I want to let you guys know is that for females, if you have big shoulders, and I'm not talking about, just keep in mind, I'm not talking about like a large buff upper body for women. I'm just talking about bigger shoulders, only bigger shoulders, just capped round shoulders. It will make your waist look smaller. And that's actually a trick that bikini competitors do, that fitness models do in the industry, is they obviously are working to get their waist smaller, but they also want to expand the width of their shoulder. Not talking about building a muscular chest and big biceps and big traps, just simply getting their shoulders a little bit wider, and as they work on shrinking their waist, and it creates an illusion where they have wider shoulders and a smaller waist. It makes their waist look even smaller. So keep this in mind, ladies out there, that don't shut the video off, because this is actually extremely important for you. And for men, obviously, we want to have big chest, big back, big traps, big arms, and big shoulders, and this will just contribute to the overall look. So through the last, 12 years, I have experimented with every type of shoulder workout. I think that there could possibly be all different types of methods, and I've done everything from super heavy weights to super light weights and tons of volume. And I'll say this, and I think this is going to be pretty uniform for everybody, but heavy weights with shoulders will do nothing but tear your shoulders down. Heavy shoulder press, barbell, heavy dumbbell shoulder press, yes, there is some growth that can occur from that, but the longevity of the shoulder joints, of the rotator cuffs, the connecting tissue, is not going to be very long when you're doing extremely heavy shoulder press and heavy push movements with the shoulders. So I'm not a big fan of shoulder press in general. I might do it once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. And if I do, I don't lift any more than maybe 35, 40 pounds. I don't do any more than that. I used to do 85s, 90s, dumbbells on shoulder press, and it just got to the point where, my shoulders were aching all the time, and I was in my lower 20s. So it didn't really make a lot of sense to continue doing that. I think if I would have continued doing that, I probably would have had to have shoulder surgery before that I was 30 years old, and I'm only 29, so I probably would have already had a shoulder surgery, and or a risk of an injury that would lead to a shoulder surgery. So I just don't think that it's really necessary to be lifting extremely heavy with shoulders. They don't seem to respond any better Unlike leg days, they tend to respond better with heavier movements. Back is one of those muscle groups that tends to respond better with heavy lifts, deadlifts, lat pull downs, low rows, those sort of thing. Um, but there's not a lot that can go wrong with lifting heavy back or like with low rows and stuff. With shoulders, there's a lot that can go wrong. You can tear a rotator cuff. You can strain a shoulder muscle. You have so much connecting right here. I mean, you have the bicep connecting, you have the tricep connecting, you have the chest connecting, you have the trap back here connecting. You've got a lot of moving parts, and with more moving parts, there's more risk of something breaking. So when it comes to shoulders, guys, I've found that lighter weight and higher reps is much better. A matter of fact, when I'm lifting, I try to do so many reps until my shoulders will turn purple from so much blood in the shoulder. I mean, I'll have this big muscle pump, and the skin will even start to turn dark red and purple if I just go so hard. I'm pumping out side delts. The pump's crazy. The skin changes colors because there's so much blood. It would be like just doing bicep curls until your arms turn red. And we can all do that. But when you do that with your shoulders, you really accomplish two things. You accomplish, number one, you are stretching out that fascia tissue. It's like, you could say it's like saran wrap. I'm going to make this really simple for you guys. It's a tissue. It's a saran wrap kind of per se that kind of holds that muscle. It surrounds the muscle. And when you stretch it out, kind of like the elastic wrap that goes over like food, when you stretch that out, it's really hard to bring it back. And so what happens is it gives your muscle room to actually expand and grow and fill in that gap, so that it's tight again. So when you're doing that, you're stretching out the fascia. You're also working, and you're just working a ton of muscle fibers. And then what I like most importantly is you're engorging the the muscles full of blood, oxygen, and nutrients is obviously in that blood. Carbohydrates is in the blood, glucose. So you're actually able to start a recovery process better. And studies in the lab have shown that when you're doing super high reps like that, you're actually burning more carbohydrates. So you're able to deplete glycogen from the muscles and from the shoulders as well as other surrounding areas. So then when you eat carbs after, the carbs go right back to that muscle and they fill it up. So that pump kind of stays around for a day or so, which is really, really neat. It kind of gives you almost an immediate cosmetic effect on that muscle. It's safer. That's probably number one. I didn't put that as number one, but that's probably number one, is that it's safer. And it's going to keep your joints and your connective tissue healthier over the long run. If you're lifting lighter weights, more reps on the shoulders, it's going to hopefully prevent injury, just less susceptible to injury. And so with those three benefits, safety, less risk of injury, you've got your engorging the muscle full of blood, oxygen, and nutrients, so you're recovering faster, you're building faster, and you're stretching out that fascia, allowing more room for growth. So those are some great benefits to lifting. For the best results with shoulders is to lift a little bit lighter, higher reps. Go for failure. I mean, you're not going to overstress the muscle. Just train light. I mean, use 15 pounds if you have to, and do 5 sets of 25. Your shoulders will be screaming at the end of that workout. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Share this video with a friend. Share it with your workout partner or with anybody in your family that's interested in health and fitness. That's how we're growing this app. Use the chat feature. There is a chat feature here on the app that you can use to ask questions, post progress pictures, make comments, whatever you need, whatever you'd like help with, comment on that, and I'll be happy to help you. I'll respond right away. There's also a feature where you can enter in some basic information, enter your goals, and then we'll talk about putting together a plan for you, a customized plan for you so that you can reach your goals even faster under the influence of the app and all of the private tools that we offer our members and the customers that work with me directly. You can actually get your customized program built by myself and checking in 3 times a week with you via the app to ensure that you are seeing the results, and that if you need changes, we get you those changes as fast as possible. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.